Hey everybody, Swami73 here from Vapotron, e-cig Advanced, and ECF. I just want to cover a few topics today on things that I didn't understand or terminology that I didn't know what they meant for any beginners to e-cigs out there. What I wanted to cover today was dripping versus tank systems. I didn't exactly know what dripping was, what an atomizer was. I didn't really understand when I first started. And I know these are common things because, you know, this vaping is not exactly caught on yet. So I thought I would cover a few simple terms for people that are just learning if you're wanting to know anything more about them. First thing I want to do was cover dripping. This is my mod being short for method of delivery or modification. Some people say it's different things. This is what is considered dripping. I've got an atomizer. This little bitty piece on top of my mod is the atomizer. Just unscrews. There is no tank. There is no reservoir for the juice. It just, whatever you drip right onto the hot coil is the juice that you have to vape. The pros of dripping are amazing juice flavor. You've got no filter, no muting. You have a great representation of what the juice is supposed to taste like. As soon as you put you drip the juice on there and you fire it up, you get a direct vape. There's no filler, nothing in between. So we'll take a vape. Fantastic flavor, fantastic vapor, good throat hit, really good. I really enjoy dripping. Now the cons, the negative side to it, is that there is no juice reservoir. You have no place to put the juice. So you take a couple of drips of juice, take your tip off there, put a couple of drips, 2 drips, and then you saw I just took a couple of draws off of it and it was already gone. So fantastic flavor, fantastic throat hit, great vapor. Pros being it tastes fantastic, the negatives being it's not convenient. If you're going to drip and being out, you're going to have a juice bottle with you. You're going to have to constantly be taking off your drip tip. Now you can drip directly through the drip tip, hence the name drip tip. I just found that you always get a little bit of residual on the tip, so when you put it to your mouth, you get a little bit in your mouth. Depending on your nicotine count, how many milligrams of nicotine you have in yours, it might not be that bad of a deal. I know some people that vape 0 nicotine juice, and then all you're getting is flavoring, so they don't care so much. I use 24 milligram, 18, somewhere in there. I don't particularly like it, so instead of having a juice bottle with me, a paper towel with me, taking my drip tip off and constantly be doing this juggling act, when I go out, I prefer to use a tank system. For ease of use, I'll just swap devices. This is a simple e-cig twist. It's a variable voltage device. I can adjust the voltage to go up or down depending on what I've got on here. What I've got on here for my tank system is a Kanger T2, very popular, simple device. As you can see, it's got a little bit of juice in it. It holds about 2.5 mils of juice. I got about half full right now. You can interchange the heads or the coil on it for longer wicks, which allows the juice to be drawn up into the atomizer, which I showed you on the other thing, which is just in essence a metal coil that goes around with a positive and negative post. So when you fire your button, it heats up the coil and puts off the vapor. But this does have a wicking system. It does have little silica wicks, kind of like a candle will have a wick sticking out. That's what you like. On a candle, that's the same effect here. The juice is wicked up into the wicks, and then when you fire the button, the coil heats up, and then you get your vapor. But I found that when you have silica wick, or any kind of wick for that matter, you have a little bit of muting in the flavor. It doesn't taste quite as good. The flavor is not as crisp. It's not as pronounced as it would be if you were vaping directly on an atomizer. So this is a Kanger T2 with really short wicks. So it's convenient. I can hold probably half a day's worth of juice in there if I'm at work. If I'm not at work, then I've got maybe a quarter of a day's juice in here. But the ease being able to fill this up and go, have this either on my neck, on a lanyard, or just in my pocket, which I don't recommend because I broke one doing that. But it's convenient. You can take it with you anywhere, and it does vape good. I mean, there's really good vapor. The flavor is still really good. It's just not quite as it doesn't have as much punch to it. It's not as crisp. It's not as clear. It's not as, best way I can say it, it's not as good of a representation of the flavor as it would be as if you were just dripping onto an atomizer. So you've got your tank system, and there's millions of different tanks out there. This is a style Vivinova tank. I've got an actual Vivinova tank. And these are nice because you can see they hold a lot of juice in them, and you can fill them up, and you can go about your daily business, and you don't have to worry about filling it. You don't have to take the tip off, refill it, you know, carry a paper towel with you and wipe your mouth if you get juice in your mouth. You take it and go. So you have pros and cons to both. The pros of this being you can take it with you. The cons being you don't get as much flavor. So if you need your nicotine and it keeps you off analogs, whatever, you know, it's good for me. It's good for you. So these are the two styles that I'm going over today. You've got your dripping, which again was just literally dripping the juice onto the atomizer. Activating your fire button produces vapor. You get a great vape, just not convenient. Then you've got your tank system, which allows the convenience to be on the go, but you don't get as good of a vaping experience. So you just have to weigh what fits your needs the best. And so I don't keep rambling. I'll go ahead and cut it short there. Just wanted to say go Texans. They're now the AFC South champs. Hoo-ha, representing Texans. All right, that's all I had to say. Thanks so much for listening.